It's so sad that people that know how to talk get the awards than the people that are actually doing the work and are kind of on the shy side, or the people that know how to talk and do nothing get all the awards. Unfortunately, this is where we are. This is where we are. Hello LinPRimpers, welcome back to another episode of Laraddiji's LinPRinP. I'm a Nigerian American lifestyle vlogger who loves living a peaceful life, and I love talking about situations we might find ourselves in that need peaceful endings. It's the DIYT section of this channel, the do it yourself today section, where I go over something that we can do on our own, without enlisting the help of somebody else. While I'm doing today's project that I've called it project, I wanted to talk about the reason why some people succeed and why others don't succeed in this life. Let's face it, who doesn't want to become the best at what they do, right? Who doesn't want to succeed? Who doesn't want to make it in life? Nobody, right? But there are certain things that people are willing to do to get to that point. There are people that will do everything in their power to make sure that they succeed, while making sure that they are not harming their neighbor. They are not harming or hurting, the person next to them. And there are others, that don't care about how others feel. As long as they are making money, they don't care the relationship that they have with the people close to them. And, with social media now, with people, following them, basically. To succeed in anything we lay our hands on, there are principles that need to be followed. So this project that I'm doing, I've been looking at my room and I'm like, something needs to change. I've been telling myself that I needed to, rearrange my room. I needed to clean up, basically. And I've been talking about it forever. And I decided, it's time to do it. No more talking about it. No more stressing myself about it. And I feel like I was getting to a point where my brain was not functioning because of how everything was just all over the place and not, organized. And I'm the type of person that's supposed to be organized. I'm very organized, but sometimes I just give up and I'm like, oh, another day. Going back to the point of what people are willing to do to succeed, to make it. Sometimes we find ourselves in that situation where we just talk about it. We talk about it for a long time, but we don't take the necessary steps needed to get to where we really want to be, right? And we look at other people doing it and we still continue talking, not necessarily taking the action. So this video is going to be about taking action to getting to the place where you really want to be. To succeed in anything we want to lay our hands on, there are principles we need to follow. Number one is definitely to study, research, Google, inquire, ask questions about what it is you want to do. And another thing is to be patient. Rome was not built in a day. You want to be patient as you are, taking every step of the ladder. You want to be patient. You don't want to rush through it, because then you rush up the ladder, you can fall. You want to take a step at a time, and just like I've said, the next thing is to take it step by step, and the last thing is you will get to the finish line, right? So study, be patient, take it step by step, and you get to the finish line. It's like running a race. You don't see someone just come up to a competition and then they just run the race and then they win the medal. Like, it doesn't happen. You have to practice. Make sure you are eating the right foods. Make sure you are doing the right exercises, and then you come on that day, you run your race, and hopefully you make it to the finish line. Right? I've kind of figured out that usually when people don't put in the work, that's when they are more inclined to want to cheat. So in the racing example, people will tend to want to use drugs. They will want to cut corners. If you've done the work that is going to help you in getting to the finish line, and you've planned out yourself, you'll be more accountable and more content with the results you get on the final day. You know what I'm saying? There are people that, there are kids that go on playgrounds now. When they don't get to the finish line, when they are racing with their peers, they get upset. Like, why are you upset? If you have practiced, this thing, if you have done what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't get upset at the result that you yourself got. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to take accountability for their actions, and that's where we get ourselves into trouble. If you take accountability of your actions, okay, I've done let's say say in the terms of losing weight, right? You are eating the right foods, you are exercising the right amounts, you're taking your time, you drink a lot of fluids, then the weight should come off. But you want to lose weight, you're eating all the carbs in the world, you're eating pizza, eating cake, not drinking fluids, not exercising, and then you expect by magic that you're going to lose weight, and you are blaming somebody. You're blaming maybe your coach or your personal assistant. It's not going to work. Your personal trainer. You're blaming everybody except yourself. And I feel like this is the world we are living in today. Everybody's blaming everybody else for not getting to where they themselves want to be. You want to get to a certain point in your life, you want to get to the top, you have to take the necessary steps, and you have to put in the necessary sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? To succeed in this life is like also taking care of kids. You give birth to them and you start caring for them and nurturing them. They don't just become adults once they are born. It takes love, care, food. You have to feed them, take care of them, so that at the end of the day, they can become responsible adults in the future. What else? Nobody becomes number one immediately. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes patience. It takes grit. And before you know it, you will be in the cruise lane when you can now sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Nobody nowadays wants to put in the time. And that's where people get in trouble. They want to reap where they did not sow. The unfortunate aspect is they are not even ashamed about it. They don't care. People don't care anymore. People don't care about the people next to them. They don't care about their family members. They don't care about their friends. They don't put in the time, but they want the reward. And they are not ashamed about it. Like me, I'll be like, I don't want to reap where I did not sow. I'll be ashamed about it. As I sometimes, when you get awards and you didn't do the work, you should be ashamed. But nowadays, no, they are not ashamed. They'll take the award. They'll even, flaunt it on other people that are working really, really hard. And it's so sad that people that know how to talk get the awards than the people that are actually doing the work and are kind of on the shy side, but the people that know how to talk and do nothing get all the awards. Unfortunately, this is where we are. This is where we are. The guys that know how to do the talk get the girl, while the shy people don't get anything, right? The guys that do, they talk the talk, but necessarily not walking the walk, they're the ones that get the girl. The ones that are, doing the work, but not necessarily have the talk, they're on the quiet side, the shy side, they get they get bullied, they get beaten up, and it's so sad, unfortunately. So the fact that someone wants to be number one in any field without the foundation or even researching on what it takes, these people just want to arrive, driven by, most of the time, greed, jealousy, and envy. Most times they have no passion, no genuine love for what they do, just driven by money, followers, fame. It's so sad. The basic fact that what we eat doesn't just grow on trees by magic is to tell you that what edifies our soul is derived from what has been sown or planted and then watered and nurtured till it can bear fruits. You don't just go to an orange tree and just pluck orange and just suck out all the juice. Someone has planted it, watered it, nurtured it, given it the proper nutrients, and then they were patient, giving time for that thing to grow before it can now give out fruits that everybody will now come to say, oh, can I have one? So putting this shelf together, it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes studying, the instructions so that I don't put the wrong thing in the wrong place. At one time, I did get frustrated because I thought I was done. And I realized that I had put the wrong foundational metals in the wrong place. So I had to take it apart halfway. I had to take it apart and, fix it because I just couldn't be at peace unless I got it right eventually. So I had to take it down. Even though it took extra time, I was very, very, very happy at the end of the day with the result I got. And, the shelf is standing now today. And every time I look at it, it's going to give me a source of joy for not giving up prematurely, for not settling for partial work. Every time I look at it, it's going to remind me that as long as I am true to myself, as long as I don't give up, and as long as I stay focused, I will get to the finish line. I don't know if this message is for you today, whether you're looking into starting a relationship, you're looking into starting a family, you want to start a project, you want to get back to school, or you want to start a business. Just know that to get to that level of satisfaction, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. If you have to break down those tasks into little things so that you don't get burnt out, definitely do that. If you have to take your time out in your efforts, figure it out. Your efforts will generate good leads for you, I assure you. I'm talking to myself mostly with this message, like I do in all my videos, because I will still go back and listen to this message time and time again until it sinks in my brain. And if this encourages you as well, then definitely leave a comment in the section below. And let's encourage each other to live at peace with each other and make our time here on earth worthwhile while we pursue and succeed together in all our goals. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you've been educated, if you've been inspired, if you've been encouraged in the least, definitely like and subscribe to this channel. Share to your family members, share to your friends, share to your brothers and sisters who needs this encouragement at this time, and let us succeed together. Till next time, you see me in my next one. You see me in my next one. See me in my next one. You see me in my next one. Stay blessed. Bye.